Peter Thomas appeared on Michelle Brown's Live the other night and spilled a lot of tea, and I even made the live. Technically. Let's get the life after prison beats. Hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos.
I know we talk a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, and what he pitched to me, I signed on for.
Peter Thomas says he has signed on for Todd Tucker's new reality series about former RHOA husbands, calling his presence essential to the show. Reports suggest Apollo Nida and Croy Bierman are also on board, with talks ongoing to add Simon Guobadia for added drama. Todd Tucker is reportedly developing the series for his own upcoming streaming network, expanding his production portfolio.
He said today that he's coming out with a streaming network and some other stuff.
And what he pitched to me, I signed on for.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Really? You signed some paperwork?
I signed on for him with Todd.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else signed up?
I don't know, but I know I signed on. It didn't make no sense without me.
Yeah, Todd was just on his Instagram saying that he got a streaming network and, he's on go mode.
But I'm about to do my own streaming platform. It's going to be dope. I'm going to have a reality show on there. I'm going to have some scripted dramas. I'm going to have some movies. I might even throw a podcast on there. So, look out for it. All right?
Let me tell you something. One thing I could say about Todd, without a doubt, right? Even though we had our little, beef for a minute, Todd is extremely smart. Okay, Todd is gonna always. Todd is a cat from the Bronx.
Anyway. So people want to know who else is Todd bringing. Matt Jordan. You remember when you and Matt got into it?
Oh, I killed Matt, and I made Matt so dead, nobody heard from Matt again, ever. You know what I'm saying?
Peter.
Yeah, so dead. Nobody heard from Matt again.
You ran Matt out of town?
Missing. I think Matt live on fucking Jupiter somewhere.
Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all be running people out of town like
I didn't run nothing. Matt drove all the way to Charlotte to beat my ass and got his ass whooped. Okay? Here we go.
You Atlanta people. I remember you had your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, watching him. On some Brooklyn shit.
Way out of it. The same way I
I don't call no man no name unless I'm ready to die. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's you, bro. That's a nice way to talk your way out of it. The same way I invited you to it last night. The same way I invited you to it last night. The same way I invited you to it last night.
Yo,
you feel me?
Definitely
This is
catch
not.
one of
This
us.
is not.
I promise you,
This
catch
is not.
one.
But
Okay?
I asked you.
Stop playing with me, bro. Same way I invited you to it last night, bro. I told you to come pull up. And then I texted you and told you where I was, bitch, nigga. If you feel away, let me know, son.
And I'm on your schedule.
Let me know. You told me I'll be in my club.
Matt, I asked you to come. Matt, I asked you to come in here, and I asked you to respect me. I asked you.
You're not ready to do all that.
You trying to come up right
Stop fronting like that, son. Yeah, stop
Listen,
fronting like that.
I asked you to come in here and respect me to have this conversation so that you can have a platform to get your side of the story out. The first thing that you said to me is everybody always gives Peter and Todd a platform, and you don't ever get it. You did, and you said that you don't get your platform.
I said
so
they
that's
don't
what I'm
get the
getting.
fellas a
Okay, so
platform.
I'm giving you a platform.
But I'm not gonna argue with this bitch
But
ass
you don't-
nigga
but-
while I'm trying to talk
But
about some
talk to
irrelevant
me.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
So talk to me. Just chill out for a second and talk to me. Have a conversation with me.
Scary ass nigga. Why you pull up and come talk to me, nigga? I tried to reach you last night. What's up?
Matt.
We could have squared this away, bro. Yeah, you are. You my bitch, bitch.
Matt.
You my bitch.
All right. Conversation over.
What, nigga?
Conversation
I'll
over.
see you with.
Matt, are you fucking serious? Are you serious?
Yo.
Ozzy! Stop it! Stop it! Are you fucking serious?
Shut the fuck up! Hey, shut the fuck up! Hey, bro,
Stop it! Stop it!
chill out, bro. Chill out, bro.
Stop it!
Chill
You
out,
gotta
bro.
get the fuck out of here!
Corporation
I know.
Shit. Come on, let's go.
Well, a gangster, honey.
Here you go.
We
Here
don't know
you go.
about you.
Nah, I don't bother nobody though. I stay in my lane.
You think Walter gonna be on it?
No, Walter was a minute. And Walter, with his trucking company, I don't think nobody,
Walter been married and divorced since then.
Damn. There you go.
I think he's single now. He might be. Last time I saw him, he was single. I was gonna ask you about somebody. Oh, Apollo gonna be there?
Apollo's lit.
I know Apollo lit.
As much as men can't stand each other at times, I can't. I have to give it up. Apollo is always good. Apollo's like Phaedra. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna find a way. Okay. I hear you earlier talking about all the expression that Phaedra does and bring nothing to the table. That nigga is so clever. She been getting paper doing that shit for a long time.
Yeah, she was doing it on Married to Medicine, not bringing nothing. That's why the whole cast of Married to Medicine.
Yo, she mastered how to pay me $1 million, and all I'm gonna give you is facial expression.
They said, is Bob gonna be there?
Bob is fun, but I can't tell you who's gonna be there. I just know that I signed on.
Well, I'm just asking your opinion.
Yeah, and I'm not, the reason why I sign on, and I want people to know that this is not a situation where they're trying to go dig up some house husband and to come and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just people are talking about how the show impact them and how it affects their life, how it, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And what their experience was from the pitch that I was given. Now, if it's about me talking negative about anybody, I'm not really with that.
These are just some highlights. Please make sure you go watch the full video. Which ex-husbands would you like to see on this new show?
The people saying in the chat, Apollo, not Mark. Mark Daly.
But that's Kenya ex-husband?
Kenya still married.
I never met him.
They said Cynthia ex-husband Mike.
That would be
Cordell.
fun. That would be fun.
You talked to Cordell lately?
No, I haven't spoken to Cordell. He's busy. His son, his son is playing ball right now. So Cordell
he's a coach at a high school in Fairburn last time I saw.
Yeah.
Somebody was starting something saying Peter took Cordell's money, but I don't know how true that is.
Okay. Croy bitter. Croy is mad, honey. Croy done got custody of the kids. You saw that?
Oh, Berriman?
Huh? Yeah, Bierman. Yeah.
Somebody asked me about Croy, and I said, I was doing a scene with Kim. You know the biggest show in jail?
What?
Is Atlanta Housewife.
What? The biggest show in jail is Atlanta Housewife.
Men sit around and watch that shit every time it comes on. Okay? Mm-hmm. And they always want to come and ask me a question. Nigga, get out of my face. I ain't talking.
Not you as a celebrity, honey.
They always want to talk about that. I'm like, I don't want to talk about that.
On the live, Peter talks about how he survived prison for 6 months.
Yeah, you wasn't even in there that long.
Thank God. Thank God.
Like you went in and got right back out. Like what was going on in there?
Yo, listen. I promise you when I said the warden, I promise when I said my caseworker, shout out to Miss Donaldson. Okay, shout out, to all the real COs in there that see that I was I didn't ask for no special treatment. You know what I'm saying? And I got up and I would go wash cars for 60 cents a day. My check was $18 a month. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I didn't complain. Okay, what? They were looking at me like, damn, that's Peter. He doing all of that? I did all of that because I needed time to burn. You know what I'm saying? And when you do nothing, then nothing just seems to take a longer time for the day to be over. You know, so I usually find stuff to do just for the day to be over. I'm sleeping in a dorm with 48 other men. You know, I don't even like being around niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I hated that. You know?
Peter worked, unlike Nesto. Nesto ain't. Oh, I guess you can't do that in jail. Can you work off your time or work for some money in jail?
I mean, I don't want to get
Wasn't
up every
nobody
day.
bothering you, trying to beat you up over no honey bun or nothing?
That ain't happening. I had one situation in there. I had one situation in there, and I promise you, I take that time in there. I run and walk around 50 miles a week. Okay, I didn't eat none of that. It's all bullshit that they give you in jail. It's like an experiment. You know what I'm saying? And the feds is better than the state. So if it was so bad where I am and I was in the feds, I could only understand the shit that the brothers are going through in the state.
That food might be better than what they selling in the grocery stores.
It's none. And I was in a camp.
You was in Miami, right?
Oh yeah, I was in Miami camp. I couldn't wait for 5:30 in the morning when we could go outside, because you locked down from 9:30 to 5:30. And if you know, like, it's good that the dorm space is big and open, but for the fact that I can't leave I had a panic attack the first 3 days I was there. Okay, and there was some brothers that was the CEO at night, and when they saw me and they looked at me and they said, "Yo, what's wrong?" I said, "Like, I can't breathe," because the reality hit me that, damn, I'm locked down. All right, and because like, I have access, I used to have people post for me, and they knew that I have access, and they knew that a million people could tune into some shit if I said
Why didn't Nesto use his YouTube clout to his advantage like his friend Peter?
some shit about them. You know what I'm saying? So if they kind of stay away from me, but at the same time, when they see that I'm just as normal as everybody, like I'm always am as a person, then then the CEOs start gravitating to me. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. I used to wait every week. My girl come and see me every week. She drive 4 hours to come and see me, 4 hours to go back to Sarasota. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to the weekend just to see my shorty to come and visit me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what actually helped me get to, after damn near 6 months and 26 days, the warden signed off and said, "Get out of here. You don't belong here." You know what I'm
6
saying?
months and 23 days. They said, "Are you still with your girl?"
Of course I am.
Nosy.
Of course I am.
Somebody said, "Which girl?"
I only have one, baby.
What he called from jail about? Y'all don't remember? Peter made sure he called and cleared up everything.
Yeah, I don't run around with people.
Make sure y'all go check out that full. It wasn't really an interview. Peter just popped on to Michelle's live like he has done many times in the past and just give his opinion on stuff and talk about what he has going on. I'm excited about this show, y'all. Do y'all remember this fight? Y'all, I didn't realize that Peter had something to cut Matt with. Peter could have sliced Matt, and he decided not to. I really think he decided not to. What was Matt wanting to or trying to do? Because he didn't accomplish anything. This is not the point of my video, y'all. I really wanted to talk about this new show that hopefully Todd and Peter is going to do with the ex-husbands of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But of course, this is the juiciest bit of the video because Matt really wanted Peter to F him up. Matt had his chance. And he could not handle Peter. He couldn't handle Peter. Y'all, Matt was fine as I don't know what, but unstable. Matt has gotten arrested for, I don't want to lie on Matt, but I believe it was some kind of violent act, domestic violence, allegedly. But like Peter said, Matt drove hours for this? For what? You didn't do anything. You could not handle somebody twice your age, man. What was the point? But anyway, Michelle ATLM Brown gets her credit, but she don't get her credit. This is how I fell in love with Michelle, because of course I love Peter, the personality, not his crimes, but his personality. And I would see him on Michelle's show late at night, giving all the tea, giving his perspective on the ladies, the men of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, you know, it's not where it used to be. It's not how it used to be, but the personalities are still thriving. Peter was locked up for tax fraud. He's out. He did 6 months and he's out, and he popped back up on Michelle's channel, YouTube channel. And I was like, let me go back and pull up that fight. And sure enough, the fight is on Reddit. From whose channel? Straight from Michelle's blog. Peter and Matt were on Power 98. I guess this was South Carolina or something. But anyway, Michelle shared this fight a long time ago. I found it on Reddit. So here's that. But this is not the point of my video. I wanted to share the new show that could be potentially coming out on Todd's streaming app, or however he's gonna produce it, however he's gonna show it. Peter also talked about knowing Pinky, who's on the current season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I made the show too. Michelle does try to put my questions up. And I asked about Matt. And this is how this came back up. Peter. What did Peter have to say about Matt, Kenya's ex-boyfriend, who was on maybe a season or two of the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Kenya got with a cuckoo bird, and here we are. So here's a little bit more about this new reality show featuring the ex-husbands of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm gonna sign out. Into reports, the series, tentatively titled Ex-Husbands of Atlanta, will feature other notable former RHOA spouses, including Apollo Nida and Corey Bierman. Talks are reportedly underway with Simon Guobadia, whose potential addition could bring legal drama and controversy to the mix. The show aims to spotlight the men's post-divorce lives, dating experiences, and challenges. Personal challenges. So y'all drop down in the comments to let me know. Will y'all be watching the new show if it comes out? Let's, fingers crossed, hope it comes out, with Peter, Todd, and the ex-husbands of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Who do you want to see on it? Apollo? Of course, I want to see Apollo. Todd, of course. Do you want to see Kenya's exes? Walter, Matt, the rich African prince that saw Nene from across the street and said, Kimora is across the street. Do y'all want to see him? Do y'all want to see Simon? I don't. But do y'all want to see Simon on this show? And do y'all think Peter served enough time? 6 months for tax fraud? 6 months in a Miami prison for tax fraud? Drop down in the comments to let me know what y'all think. Like, hype, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.